Are you setting yourself up for failure in ACCA without even realizing it? It happens all the time. Students start ACCA with big dreams, thinking they'll pass with just hard work, but reality hits hard. Sleepless nights, endless and confusion over what to study first, and then the first exam comes, and they fail. I know this feeling because I've seen it happen. A close friend of mine, Sam, was just like you, motivated, determined, but without a solid plan, his excitement turned into frustration. One failed exam became 2, then 3. Eventually, he gave up. Now tell me, how many students start ACCA every year? Thousands. How many actually complete it? Only a small fraction. The difference between success and failure? A smart study plan. One that makes sure you never waste time, never feel lost, and most importantly, never end up like Sam. If you're serious about passing ACCA without unnecessary struggle, watch this video till the end. Because what I'm about to share could save you from months, or even years, of wasted effort. So, why do most beginners fail in ACCA? It's not because they're not smart enough. It's not because they don't work hard. They fail because they follow the wrong approach from day one. Think about it. Most students start by doing what seems logical. They buy a bunch of books, watch free lectures online, and tell themselves, I'll just study as much as I can. But soon, reality kicks in. The syllabus feels endless, the concepts get overwhelming, and their motivation starts to crash. And the worst part? They don't even realize they're studying the wrong way until it's too late. I've seen this happen so many times. Beginners spend hours making pretty notes, rewriting textbooks, or passively watching lectures without testing themselves. Then, when exam day comes, boom, they see the questions and realize they don't know how to apply anything they studied. This is why most beginners fail, not because they didn't study, but because they didn't study the right way. Now, here's the harsh truth. A CCA is not about memorizing books. It's about mastering exam techniques, practicing the right questions, and following a structured plan. And if you don't get this right from the start, you'll end up wasting months, maybe even years, trying to figure it out the hard way. But don't worry, because in this video, I'll show you exactly how to avoid these mistakes and create a study plan that actually works. Now here's the thing, a CCA is not like your typical college exams. It's a whole different game. If you don't have the right study plan, you'll struggle, waste months, and worst of all, you might even quit before you reach the finish line. And that's exactly why I'm making this video. Because let's be honest, no one teaches you how to study for ACCA the right way. You're thrown into a sea of information with no clear roadmap. Some people take years to pass just one paper, while others clear multiple exams in a single. So, what's their secret? The answer is not luck, not intelligence, but strategy. A plan that tells you exactly what to study, how to study, and most importantly, how to avoid the mistakes that 90% of beginners make. And that's what I'm about to share with you. But here's the catch. If you miss even one part of this video, you could end up following the same broken study methods that lead to failure. So if you're serious about passing ACCA without wasting time, without getting overwhelmed, and without repeating the same mistakes that have crushed thousands of students before you, then stay with me till the end. Alright, let's get real for a second. You've already seen why most beginners fail ACCA. Now, here's the million-dollar question. How do you make sure you're not one of them? Because let's be honest, you don't have time to waste. You want a study plan that actually works, not just a bunch of vague advice. So, here's the exact roadmap that will take you from feeling lost to acing your exams with confidence. Let's go. Step 1. Reset everything you thought you knew about studying. Most people think passing ACCA means studying for 8+ hours a day, memorizing every single concept, watching endless lectures. That's the fastest way to fail. Let me ask you this. Do you really think top students spend months cramming textbooks? No, they study with strategy, not struggle. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Step 2. Picking the right papers. The hidden trap no one talks about. Biggest beginner mistake? Picking papers randomly. You see, ACCA is not just about passing papers, it's about passing them in the right order. Smartest strategy? Start with the easiest to hardest flow. If you're at the applied knowledge level, start with BT, Business and Technology. move to MA, Management Accounting, then FA, Financial Accounting. Why? Because this builds your foundation first. If you jump straight into a tough paper, just because your friend is doing it, you're setting yourself up for failure. And if you're at the applied skills level, start with taxation (TX) or financial reporting (FR). They have a clear structure and easier learning curve. The right sequence makes or breaks your confidence. Step 3. The 80-20 rule. Study less, score more. Here's the truth. 80% of your exam success comes from just 20% of the syllabus. But what do most students do? Waste hours reading entire textbooks. Focus on theory-heavy topics that barely show up in exams. Overload themselves with unnecessary details. Not you. Your game plan. Analyze the last 5 years of past papers. Spot the repeating topics. Prioritize the high-weightage areas. Cut out the fluff because ACCA doesn't test how much you know, it tests how well you apply it. Step 4. The 3-hit learning system. Fix your forgetting problem. Ever studied something, only to forget it within days? Yeah, that's because your brain isn't designed to retain information after just one read-through. Here's how you fix that. Use the 3-hit learning system. Hit number 1. Learn the topic with a lecture or study text, day 1. Hit number 2. Actively recall it using mind maps or summaries, day 3 to 5. Hit number 3. Apply it by solving past paper questions, days 7 to 10. This system locks the information into your memory so you don't panic before exams. Step 5. The one thing that separates failures from toppers, exam technique. Here's a brutal truth. You can know everything and still fail if you don't master exam technique. Most students make the mistake of only studying, but never preparing for the actual exam battle. Not you. Winning strategy. Time yourself when solving past papers. Most students run out of time in real exams. Train yourself to write structured answers. Examiners don't care about long paragraphs. They want clear, to-the-point responses. Use examiner reports. ACCA literally tells you what students do wrong every year. Use it to your advantage. Now, you have the exact roadmap that separates students who pass with confidence from those who keep failing and wasting time. But here's the real question. Will you actually follow it? Because knowing this isn't enough. Execution is everything. So, if you're serious about passing ACCA without stress, confusion, or wasted effort, stick around because next, I'll show you how to build a personalized study schedule that fits your life. You sit down to study, full of motivation. Today, I'll cover 2 chapters and solve past paper questions. But before you even start, your phone buzzes. You check a message. You remember something random and Google it. You stare at your notes for 10 minutes, but nothing makes sense. And just like that, 3 hours gone. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Most ACCA students spend weeks studying but actually learn nothing. Why? Because they don't know how to focus. Today, I'm going to give you the ultimate productivity blueprint that will skyrocket your efficiency and help you cover more in less time without burning out. Step 1. The no motivation needed system. You know those days when you just don't feel like studying? You stare at your books, scroll through your phone and convince yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Here's the fix. Stop waiting for motivation. It's a trap. Instead, use the no motivation needed system. Step 1. Set a 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'll just study for 5 minutes. Once you start, you'll naturally keep going. Step 2. Use the 2-minute prep. Before you start studying, decide exactly what you'll cover. This removes decision fatigue. Step 3. Set a deadline. Give yourself only 45 minutes to complete a topic. When your brain knows there's a time limit, you'll focus harder. Motivation is unreliable, but momentum, that's unstoppable. Now, you have the exact productivity system to help you focus, retain information, and study smarter, not longer. But here's the real question. Will you actually use these hacks? Because knowing them isn't enough. Action is what separates failures from toppers. If you're serious about passing ACCA faster and with confidence, it's time to stop overthinking and start executing. Most ACCA students fail not because they're not smart, but because they don't study smart. Now you have the exact blueprint to stay focused, retain more, and boost your productivity. Hit the like button if this helped you, and subscribe for more powerful study hacks. And remember, success isn't about studying harder, it's about studying smarter.